his disciples, James, John, saw this, they said, Lord, wilt thou that we command fire come down from heaven and consume them, even as Elias did? But he turned and rebuked them and said, Ye know not what manner of spirit ye are of. For the Son of Man is not come to destroy man's lives, but to save them. And they went to another village. If I have a topic for today's sermon, it will be another place. Another place. This passage of scripture is coming off of a story about Jesus was going to Jerusalem but went through Samaritan, and he was stopping by, and they wanted some place to sleep at night, just to stop here. But the problem came in that the people in the village didn't really have no place for them to stay, or they saw that they really didn't want to be there. Because they looked at Jesus' face, and Jesus turned his face towards Jerusalem like, oh, I want to go there. And they might have got indignant about it, or they just ain't had a place for them. So they said, well, we ain't got nowhere for you, because I feel like, because, you know, Samaritans and Israel had a beef. And when they curse you, they say, you dirty Samaritan. Even the woman at the well told Jesus, you know you Jews don't want to have nothing to do with Samaritans. Y'all don't deal with us, because we the stepchild of you. Well, folk will get upset when you seem like you want to go somewhere else in life. Just make your face to turn to where you're trying to grow. Let me tell something to people. The devil ain't going to fight you as long as you sitting in a corner crying. Long as you complacent, long as you spinning your wheels. The devil, some people got happy lives that seems as though God don't mess with other folk that are not doing nothing in marriages. He'll mess with yours. God ain't going to mess with other people's money. He mess with yours. The devil going to mess with yours. See, when you're trying to make that move and you don't have to say, I want to do something better, Jesus just look as if. And they caught that. You can look as if you ready to do something. Now don't even do it. Oh, I'm going to the school to get an application. Why are you going to get an application for? Well, I'm trying to get a new job. What's wrong with the job you got? Why you ain't looking in the newspaper? Why you planning? Why you looking? Why you going here? Why you taking that trip? You planning on move? You just look as if you're going to get away from somebody, and they hate you. Not the fact that you're going to a better place. It's just the fact you're going to a different place, because you don't know if it's better or not. But when you're trying to get away from your situation, from folk, from the same old mundane, guess what? Folk gonna hate you. Notice that the folk that really, your family, people that familiar with you, they don't support you when you feel like you're going a different way. And Jesus said, again, a prophet is not honored in his own home, amongst his own countrymen, amongst his own family. People who are familiar with you will sit on you, because they want to know you where they met you. They don't want to know the new you. They just want the old you. They'll bring back stories of what you used to do and not who you are now. They don't want to receive, let me say this, they don't want to receive, a lot of people don't want to receive Pastor Terry Allen. They want to see Ty. They want to see Teddy, the club head. And they'll always take me back, man, yeah, I meet my friend, man, you remember you used to tear it up in the club. Bro, that was 25 years ago. That was 20 years ago. I still like to dance, but I can't dance no more. I'm just tired. I like to do some things I wish I could do still. But guess what? I'm grown up now. I'm on another side now. I got something bigger and better that I'm trying to get after. I'm forgetting those things which are behind. I'm pressing for the mark of the high calling. Because it's not the fact that that was all bad. It's just this is better. Or this is different. Because I did that, done that, mastered that. And sometimes we gotta say, I was living a miserable life of sin. It wasn't so miserable, it got old. And once you master something, the thrill of it is gone. The fun is in the chase. The fun is in the hunt. I'm not gonna, hear this, I'm not gonna ask for God for another building until I pack out this room. And then we got to have people sitting on top of each other. Until that happens, I'm still in the chase. But once I get there and we getting everything and everything blowing up and I got money in my pocket and all that, you know what? I'm going to get bored. Then I want to bust out a wall. Then I want to make the stage bigger. Then I want to do this bigger. Because I will always keep progressing. And God will keep you in the hunt. Because you want to go to another place. That's why in relationship you get bored with people so fast because you're trying to go somewhere and they not. And sometimes I tell people, you ain't got to do what I do, but just come with me. Enjoy the ride. All I want you to do is come with me for company. Hold my hand while I work. Or help me out while I work. Take your hand and help my hand. Sometimes you don't have to feel like I feel. Just be supportive. So if I get the $1 million check, guess who I'm going to bless, baby? Not because you put a work in. That's why I tell folks, people, I want to be somebody rich. You know how you want to be. I want to be a basketball wife. But you make sure you know what? You hitting them underwears and you handling that man's house. You ain't got to worry about that man leaving you if you handle his business. Oh, Judy may walk along, but guess what? Yours just as good as hers. But guess what? She paid my taxes. She makes sure the man ain't locking me up. That man gonna think twice because you become more valuable to that man. Because you know what? We are going to another place. And see, sometimes when folk get rejected, don't worry about when people reject you. And this was uncommon by James and John. They said, well, Lord, they ain't receive us. Do we gonna do like Elias and burn them down, kill them? And Jesus said, what kind of spirit y'all got in y'all? That was a little harsh because they rejected you. Just because they rejected you, gonna kill them? Lord, let's call down fire from heaven on them. Jesus said, you don't know what kind of spirit you got in you. He rebuked them like, no, I didn't come here to kill folk. I come here to save people. And guess what? Sometimes when people reject other people, that's why people want to burn the whole city down. I know. And it's not the fact, see, here I was. It wasn't the fact that they rejected you. Sometimes, you ever see the movies when somebody get ready to break up with somebody, and when they get ready to get there, I'm going to let them down. Before they come in and say, I got something to talk to you about. He said, no. I said, no, I got something to say to you. Well, okay, go first. I think we should not be together. They took it, oh, you breaking up with me? But you came to break up with me. And see, those things happen. They get angry. I don't believe he broke up with me, but you were going to break up with him. But they don't want the shoe on the other foot. And then that really happened to me. Folk will break up with me and I let them break up. But in my spirit, I broke up with you. I ain't cry. I tell folk, when folk walk away from me, even from relationships to the church, when they walk away, I ain't gonna say, please, baby, come back. I learned to let you go. Because if I give you the best that I got, keep walking, because I'm going to another place. But don't come back and burn down the bridge because you got rejected. Because you know what? You got an evil and foul spirit. Sometimes God meant for folk to reject you. Sometimes, let me say this. God will reject some people and God will put you out in the cold so to teach you a lesson to come up. God will bring hot fire to your life. You know what? I never went, here it is again. I was living at my mom's house. I was 28. Deacon John got his own place. And he had a beautiful, his girlfriend was gorgeous, and they went on, and we went out. And he had a nicer place, and I was tired of, living in my mama's room. And the people was talking about me. I had a date when I went out with a girl and had a nice sports car. The girl said, "You live home with your mama?" And that's when that TLC song come out. Scrubs. There you go. If you live, and she was singing, "You live home," and I was driving, we were going somewhere, "Live home with your mama, I'm like, you Lord. And then my family started talking about me. I was just like my older brother. Then people started talking about me. That didn't break me. When I saw Deacon John, that broke me. I'm like, wait a minute. And I was telling him how he can decorate his house, man. I'll hook you up, I'll paint the wall. And I'm saying, look, I said, no. And this light bulb came on in my spirit. I'm going to get my own. But you know what? I didn't make enough money to buy a house. I wanted to go somewhere else. So guess what I did? I prayed. I said, God said, I'll give you a house if you want. I said, God, I can't afford it. I'm almost making minimum wage. I can't buy no house with this money, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? By faith, I didn't know what I was doing. I went to the bank. By faith, I walked to a bank and said, I want to buy a house. And they told me, Mr. Allen, this your salary? Oh, yeah. She shook her head. I don't know. I don't think we could do much for you because you don't make enough. Your debt to income ratio, la, 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 la. And I don't. Then she said, come on back. And my credit was a little something because my friend jacked up my credit. So I had to go another place to get that fixed. I got it fixed. By the time, and I was upset and I was fighting over, and it took me 6 weeks, no more, 6 months to get my credit back because one of my friends put some stuff on my credit. Had to clean that up. Then I went back to the lady and she said, well, you got your credit gone. I got to get my credit score done. She said, okay, you know what, Mr. Allen, while you was gone, we had this program open up. And then we'll give you the settlement money, but you got to go to class, 2 classes to get this program, how to manage money. Will you do it? And we can, if you do this, we'll give you a loan for a house. I remember one Saturday, I was in the class and everybody had a baby carriage and a baby. I was the only man in there. You had pregnant women, all of them was in the Section 8 program. It was like an ACORN program. They had the Section 8 people right here. And they had the people who need low finance folk over on one side. And we were all in the same class. And I heard babies crying and everything, and I was taking notes and I had to sit in this class 2 Saturdays from 8 to 12. When I finished my certificate, I went back to the bank lady again and said, I finished it. Then she rolled up and gave me the money, and then she said, well, this is all we can give you. Now, most of the houses were being sold for like $90,000. I could tell you what the bank only gave me around $60,000. 65, 64. Every house that I was going for was 90. So when I got the realtor, he looking at me like, that's all you got? He said, you ain't gonna buy them. I don't know why. I'm gonna try to work with them. And I was praying. I said, God, you said I ain't got enough money, God. I ain't got. Then the bank said, well, we know what? We want to put your car and your house together. So you lower your debt income ratio, and they gave me the money. And here it is again. So I was going to look at this house and that house, and I was praying. The realtor said, I'm going to drop you because I can't find a house. I said, God, you told me you're going to get a house. And the one I wanted was in the group over on the other side where I live at now. And he said, no, that's too much money. That's in the group. That's going to be almost another $30,000 more because it's in the group. And I went to another place. I said, Lord, I give up. I said, no, Lord, but you promised me. You promised me, Lord. You promised me. You promised me. Finally, he got mad. He said, and he was holding out on me. He said, I got this one house, but I don't know if you can get it. This is the house I'm living in now. I drove up. It was in the group house. And I saw, when I went to Deacon John's house, I saw his house, and in his living room was a tree. So when I walked in, and he didn't come the first time. He came by and he said, we ain't gonna show you, just drive up if you like it, yeah, just call me. He was mad, had an attitude. I drove up, I looked at the house, I said, this the house? I checked the number. I told him I want to look at it. He came, we came. He opened up the front door. What did I see? A tree with a window in it. I said, this is my house. I said, put a bid on it. He said, oh, no. I don't know about this one. Guess what? They had another bid on the house. The man, it was in it was 1999. Get ready to turn to 2000. His daddy died. His father died. I don't know why I'm telling you the story, but I'm telling you what God would do for you. His daddy about to die, so he was going to get hit with an inheritance tax. If he didn't sell the house before 2000, so he would have got taxed so bad he would lose most of the money. Guess who had that little $65,000 check in his hand? The other people couldn't get brought. And he said, well, I don't know if they go for this. I said, tell the man I got a check in hand. So I talked to the man, and he said, I'm going to hit with a tax. I said, I got my money in my hand. You going to sell me the house? I said, you going to pay